Hello, I am Adior Ibrahim, the Diversity, Equity and Inclusion Programs Assistant at Cohere. Welcome to our fourth video on the 5 challenges faced by NGOs in promoting meaningful refugee participation. Today's topic is how restrictive legislations affect refugee participation in NGOs and RLOs. Refugee participation is hindered when countries limit their rights, including the right to work, open a bank account, get an education, move freely, or legally register an RLO. Some NGOs are reluctant to employ refugees in such conditions because of the risk of legal trouble to the government. Instead, they consult refugees without giving them decision-making powers over programs affecting them. However, other organizations take a different approach. They do a thorough risk assessment and employ refugees even without work permits. If you come across NGOs telling you they can't employ refugees due to restrictive regulations, you can share the good practices NGOs we interviewed took. In the short term, some NGOs employ refugees and present them as volunteers and compensate them with the benefits equal to those of national employees. This includes housing, insurance, and cash. Refugee staff participate in NGO meetings, but not in activities that put them at risk of arrest. Doing this, some NGOs have achieved 30% representation of refugees in their staff, including in leadership. In the long term, NGOs can conduct risk mitigation, subsidize high fees for work permits, ask refugees how they want to work, refer them to organizations that take risk, and advocate for refugees' economic inclusion and for donors to support alternative forms of salary payments. Restrictive regulations also affect RLO's ability to thrive. Where refugees cannot access their rights, donors and organizations are reluctant to fund or work with RLOs. Best practices for supporting RLOs include helping them become legally registered, connecting them to flexible funding mechanisms to cover for their core costs such as staffing and rent, supporting their advocacy through online platforms, and centering refugee leaders and communities in decision-making processes. In conclusion, while restrictive legislation poses challenges to meaningful refugee participation, NGOs can employ various strategies to promote refugee staffing and to support RLOs to thrive despite unfavorable regulations.